It's World Teachers Day, and I'm joined now on the news by the Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Sununu. Doctor, thank you for finding time to talk to us. I want us to begin by finding out if the Minister of Education is still working with a policy document that was approved in 2020 by the previous administration as regards repositioning the teaching profession.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to this very important segment of your news. And before I go, let me start by congratulating all the teachers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the day we have celebrated Excellence Diwali, and also for their dedication, commitment, sacrifices by taking bull by the horn to make decision to remain in the country, so that all of us we can work together to put head and hands together in salvaging the country, Nigeria. We can only do that through qualitative education, through commitment, dedications, and also sacrifices. And I want to congratulate them for doing that, and also to thank Mr. President for honoring the Nigerian teachers by being physically present through the active representation of his Vice President, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This shows the importance of education, the importance attached to education by the current administration. And that is why no wonder education is still part of the 8-point agenda of Mr. President. Yes, the document that was approved on 2020 by the immediate past regime is really available to the ministry, and some aspect of it has been, implementation has been commenced, while the other part of the documents that we have inherited, we are looking into it and constituting a committee that will fashion out modalities, and then some aspect of the document require interministerial collaborations, and then some of the aspects may also require resort to Federal Executive Council for implementation in terms of the cost that may likely be attached to it. But I'd like to say that the document is an approved document, and it's also been worked out by the ministry to ensure that whatever provision is there, we move forward to see how it can be implemented.
Part of the policy, Honorable Minister, is a special salary scale for teachers and also a special pension scheme for teachers. They say the rewards of teachers are right here on the earth and not in heaven. Talk to us precisely what this administration is doing in this regard.
Yes, in the document is really there that there is need for special teachers' salary scale. Really, while that is being considered, the proposition of the general minimum wage came in, and then there are a lot of other considerations. While we are not saying no, the ministry is not thinking about that, but when the issue is generally addressed, we now go back to specific. And the specific is that we look at the possibility, and then based on the approval, how do we approach it? And I told you that there are certain areas that require interministerial collaboration. Salary scale is one of the issues that require interministerial. When you are going to temper with salary and then production of salary, another new salary scale, you require the input from finance, budget office, and also salaries and wages commission, so that we'll all be working at the same lane, and then produce a document that is not only acceptable but highly implementable. And therefore, it's what I told you, that those are the areas that we're working to ensure that we have interministerial collaboration to ensure that we have come out that will not coming out the product that may also be another issue in the country. So we have to look at it, and what are the need assessment, what are the financial commitment, and what have we. And then definitely, even that is done, at a certain stage we must resort to going back to Federal Executive Council for approval. So these are the areas that I told you that some of the approval granted require interministerial collaboration to ensure that we are working together in a line that we can be mutually addressed.
So education is one of the sectors suffering huge brain drain in Nigeria. And this policy encourages best graduates to take up careers in teaching. But a similar policy was also approved for Federal University years ago. But we're still talking about visiting lecturers and, shortage of hands in this regard. What do you think are the challenges and how is this administration solving them?
Yeah, the challenges generally are numerous. And one of the major challenges which have also sat between the ministry and the academic staff union of university and many other sister ministry-based associations and unions to iron out is the issue of actually having a very good data that we are going to serve as a working document. And right now we have directed and the universities are going out their personnel audit, and that personnel audit is aimed at getting us the true picture of what are the gaps, and then we now look at it and look at how fast we can work to ensure that the gap is filled. You see, there are some issues that are really germane, and we need to look at it critically and honestly. What are those issues? If you sit down with the ASU and other sister federal ministry union base, and then you also sit down with administrators of our university, you find that there are a lot of discrepancies and claims. But by and large, the NUC has really tried to work out modalities in such a way that the hope is not lost, in the sense that we cannot, because of the brain drain, we shouldn't allow the overworking by the lecturers. For example, a lecturer covering 2 or 3 universities, that will cause a lot of hardship to the lecturer and also incapacitated the area, his primary areas of assignment. And therefore, we are putting check and balances and that. But I want to assure you that we are also working with the Federal Ministry, the Office of Head of Service, Budget Office, and Salaries and Wages Commission. You know that really the major issue now is the issue of embargo on employment. And then employment are now based on securing waiver from the Office of the Service, Head of Service, and 3 areas that I've mentioned. What we are doing right now is ensure that we fast-tracked and then the processes so that the Head of Service can easily grant waiver to the university and for them to recruit. But you see, just like I discussed similar issue when I was Chairman House Committee on Healthcare Services in this studio. And the same thing that we had in the health sector is also what is happening in the educational system. There is this rush to recruit before the waiver, and that has causes a lot of issues. And then there's also misplacement of priority. If you go into some hospital, instead of having one, the ratio is completely changed. You have more non-academic staff compared to academic staff. And these are all issues that are brought about waiver issue. And the head of service will now strictly insist that if you are giving waiver to employ academic staff 50, those academic staff must be employed. While you decide to employ 20 and then employ 30 non-academic staff, definitely it's only the 20 that will be enrolled in the teaching cadre and the other is lost. So the issue is we are trying to see how we can work together to ensure that the pyramid, where you have more non-academic staff compared to academic staff, is changed. And definitely we are working towards that, and we are actively involved and engaging and collaborating with university institutions and other colleges of education. Our hope and prayer is that the personnel audit that is ongoing now will be completed in the shortest possible time.
I hear you, Honorable Minister. Nigeria's accounting on us bridging that teacher deficit and also catering to the welfare of Nigerian teachers. Minister of State for Education, Dr. Yusuf Sununu, thank you for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thank you.